All right, so I've shown you now 2 different ways to make matcha. Now it's time for the last method. So what I'm going to make is a matcha latte. This is my favorite recipe of a matcha latte. I'm going to be using oat milk. Really, really love oat milk. Any milk is going to do. You can use regular milk. You can use non-dairy milk. It's up to you. So pick your favorite milk, whatever that may be. This happens to be mine. Also going to use honey as the sweetener. This is my favorite. You can use whatever you want as a sweetener. It's totally up to you. I personally like honey, the honey flavor. I also am going to be using our morning barista organic matcha. I got that here. The tools that I've got, I also have, let's see, so again, super important, especially for this recipe. You want to make sure that you use something to break up any of the clumps. So for this, I've got this little strainer, this little sieve. I'm going to use that. Got my teaspoon, and then this guy. So this is an electric stirring rod. I highly recommend you use one of these for this method. You could use a spoon, you could use a fork, you could use, there's a lot of things that you could use. Anything that would stir it up would work. However, I think that this does a really nice job of really mixing up the matcha, the honey, and blending it all together really nicely. So I like to use this from time to time. So we're going to take our milk, we're going to put it in the microwave for about 1.5 to 2 minutes. Depending on the power of your microwave, it may be a little bit different. So just make sure it's not too hot. That's the most important thing. Make sure it's not too hot when you make it or when you drink it. You don't want to burn yourself. So go ahead and we'll put this in the microwave now. I'm going to go do that now. So got my oat milk. I've heated it up. Now we're going to add some matcha. You want to use about 1 teaspoon. That's going to be 2 grams. Anywhere from 1/2 teaspoon to 1 teaspoon. It's going to be 1 gram to 2 grams. That's my suggestion. You can, again, play around with the concentration, find the right one for you. I like mine to be a little bit more concentrated, so I'm going to use a full teaspoon. Again, make sure you break up if there's any clumps. And then my favorite, honey. I like mine extra sweet, so I'm gonna put a little bit of honey in here. Actually, a lot of honey in here. This actually reminds me. There's in Japan. It's a matcha soft serve ice cream. It's really sweet and just really good matcha flavors, but really delicious. Found all over Japan. This reminds me of that. All right, so I've got my oat milk, got my matcha, got my honey in there. Now I'm going to take the stirring stick. Make sure you put it in here before you turn it on. Blend it up. Look at that. All done. Oh, that's so good. I love this.